right, guys, good morning. Yeah, it's a sad day. It's pull-out day. That sounded wrong. Yeah, it's Sturgis leave day. Leave from Sturgis day. That just did not work. Brakes are working, good. Brakes work, that's good. Um, I'm going to try to drive as far as I can today, and with any luck, make it all the way to La Crosse on Alaska, assuming the Walmart there. Hello, man, I can't see shit out of there with that sun. Wipers did a craptastic job, and I got fog too. But he must be going. He must be working here. But see if the guard's over there. He's over there. Yeah. Creak, loud noises. That's my water bottle making all that noise. Um, but yeah, it was a good time. Hopefully next year. Oh, that's on the outside. Hopefully next year we can get my uncle here. That would be great. Um, but yeah, that's kind of the intent today is to go all the way to on Alaska. It's like 660 miles. I think I can make it. It is early enough where it shouldn't be a big deal. But oh man, jeez. Oh, my window got stuck. All right, I have to fix that in a minute. Hold on. I'll talk to y'all later. All right, we got it. Took me about 5 minutes of putzing with it, but we got it. Um, so I just won't be able to use the windows today. That's all. It's not a big deal. It's not really going to be that hot. Um, try to get a hold of. I knew they needed to both be replaced, and both front windows need to be replaced too. So that's not a big deal. Call. Actually, both front windows and the front windshield all need to be replaced. So that's not a big deal. It really isn't. It's just another thing on the list that, yeah, which is fine. I just no window. You just have to open the door if you need to do something like that. Which it's not a big deal since I'm not really going to be speeding. Because, I'm pulling a trailer, so I'm going to be limited to about 65, 67 anyway. But yeah, it's just one more little issue. Um, but yeah, Sturgis was good. I got no complaints. Next year, though, like I said in the video I recorded yesterday that I hope he'll put out, I don't know when I'm going to do stuff because, yeah, life gets in the way. But with any luck, I'll be home tomorrow. I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to. Like I said, go about 650 miles today, and try to cover a bunch. But yeah, that's the intent at least. Just let the old lady know that we're rolling. But yeah, now it's 52 weeks till next time because it backs up a week. And because of that, I can't stay as long as I did this year. I can only stay through the Wednesday. I can't stay. I mean, technically, I could have left tomorrow if I wanted to, but I mean, I drive an old truck, so why? Um, uh, STP was okay. Hinder was okay. I mean, nothing. I wouldn't have went out of my mind to see either one of them, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Probably make a stop and wall to refill my coffee cup and to just check my straps. Speaking of, yeah, they're in my pocket. We good. The RV keys. Because that'll be about 100 miles to make sure that everything is indeed behaving itself. I'm trying to think. This is the third year I've had this camper. This is the third year I've had this camper. The third time it's gone to Sturgis, which is about 1,100 miles one way. So let's make the math. Either call it 750. Two round trips to Indianapolis, or 3 round trips to Indianapolis. Excuse me. So that's, let's call it another 750, right? So that's roughly, God, now I'm going to try to do math. So yeah, 2250 round trip plus 250 for the Indianapolis trip. Right? So that's, let's call it 2,500 miles a year over the 3 years. So that's 7,500 plus about another 1,200 on the trip to the Smokies. Actually, that was about 700. It was about 13. So this thing doesn't have 10,000 miles on it yet. It's close, but it's not there. Yeah, Pleasant Valley is in rough shape right now, but that's not a surprise. They'll probably come back and grade this one of the next couple weeks. Just so much traffic goes on this road. Fan's going full bore, but not a surprise. I'm only going 35 mile an hour, 40 mile an hour because, yeah, gravel road with a lot of hills. All right, I'll pick this up in a little bit after I stopped for whatever I'm going to stop for. Talk to y'all in a little bit. All right, apologize about the camera being crooked, but yeah, coming into Badlands, what, 10 miles from the wall exit, about to cross, I think it's Cheyenne River, Um, we're gonna keep on trucking here and trying to make it about another 80 miles without having to stop. Um, but so far, not too shabby. Hopefully, we can get by this construction. That's part of the other reason why I wanted to leave a little early. As I heard yesterday, this was all backed up around here. So wherever they have the lane getting waxed. So with any luck, we'll be by it before it gets too crappy. But so far, so good. Tires are all running about 10 to 12 degrees above ambient, so the right rear being a little bit warmer, but I think that might have a little bit of a alignment issue, a little bit too much toe or something. I don't know. I'll get that checked when I get home. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Apologize for the glare, but yeah. Yep. I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. All right. Pray with me. First time checking this. Let's see if it fell over. Yeah. Chalk's still tight. Good. That's good. Check my straps real quick. Oops. Damn it. I do that all the time. I forget to get it down all the way, and it does that. Yeah. Straps seem tight. That fell, but that's not a big deal. Get out of there. Straps are tight. That one probably needs a click. Let's get a little bit of slack in it. You're tight. You're decent. Damn finger. Sorry. Rears. That's okay. Looks okay. They're all right. It's not terrific. Now let's check the front and see if anything's going for a trip around the magic room. No. Get in. Smack. Alright, lock this back up. I don't care if somebody wants to get in the front. They want to steal anything in there. That's fine. That's my baby. But I'll be in and out of this way more often. Let's see, anything go for a trip? Doesn't look like it. Come out. That fell down. That might have fell down. Yeah, everything looks okay in here. Some point. Change fell down. Deer doesn't look like it's moved. 69. Nice. Freezer is at 15. It's a little bit warmer than I like to see. What's your fridge at? 43 there, but that's kind of the warmer spot. Let me turn that up a notch. And maybe, yeah, that's my ice tray. Hit the knob. My ice tray hit the knob, which is slide these over a little bit. That's why I think my ice tray hit my knob, but yeah, everything's okay. Don't know if I turn my propane off. Let me check that. All right, everything's good. Next stop will hopefully be in Sioux Falls, but I'm gonna go inside, grab some coffee, and he must have slept here last night. I hear a generator running. All right, we'll talk to you later. All right, so first fuel up is done. Coffee cup in Vivian, South Dakota. It's basically where whatever U.S. highway that runs up to Pier leaves I-90 to, to the north. Yeah. So I said 10 and change mile a gallon. I got about some reason to try to say SD card error, and I don't know why. First fuel stop's done, 10.5 mile a gallon. You recorded fine earlier. I don't know why. I did have some putzing around the campground, so that would explain it. Plus, the run down Pleasant Valley Road and all that stuff. But I did. Right? I did, I think. I hope. Let me, I'm going to check something real quick when I turn on the highway. Pull on the shoulder and check something. Yeah, I left that handle out. I'm an idiot. Let me fix that real quick. Uh, that was loud. Well, there's really nowhere to pull off here, and I got a guy right on my ass. Damn it. Yeah, it's fine. All right, I'll just deal with it for now, and I got an exit here in a second. I'll deal with it then. All right, we'll talk to you in a little bit. All right, well, we're like 10 miles from the Missouri River, so I'm going to go ahead and roll the camera going down the hill, hopefully, if it works and doesn't get mad and shut off at me again. Um, Although, for some reason, I don't know why it says it's fully charged. Um, Although, for some reason, South Dakota DOT, why do you feel the need to put both Acoma and Chamberlain on the same mileage sign? They're literally 2 miles apart, just on the opposite side of the rivers. Why? Just Chamberlain, I think, is a bigger city, so put that. It should be either one. Put one of the two, and then Mitchell, and then Sioux Falls. That's the way to go. Yep, there's the valley. You can start seeing the valley. I apologize, the windshield's a little dirty, but yeah. We're going to start heading down. All right, I'll probably put some music to it going across. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll just record it and talk a little bit more later. And I don't know what I'm doing. I think earlier, just before I stopped for fuel, I think riding in the Ozarks passed my rig with him and his better half, who I think rides a blue sport light, if I remember right. I definitely saw what was either an ST or a sport light. It was one of the two. And then there was a third bite with him that I didn't recognize, but I thought he had a riding in the Ozarks thing on the back of his tour pack, but I don't know. If you see this, if that was indeed you riding back from South Dakota on Saturday, oh God, August the 9th? Yeah, let's go with that, August the 9th. And just let me know that you actually saw it and that was you. You may or may not remember me. I don't know if you're running your GoPro or not, but I got to talk to him, 2 years ago? During the Five Dirty Bikers meetup that was down in Uranus by Fort Lost in the Woods, Missouri. Oh, man. Yeah, so I've only made the one stop so far. So let's call it, I think I left like 7 o'clock, right? 6:30? What time did I leave? What time did I leave? Um, I don't know if this changed time or not. I think it did. So I think I left just after 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock here. So I've been rolling for about 4 hours, and I've covered about 230 miles. That's pretty good clip. Um, Pulling a camper. Kick down. Kick down. That's pretty good. I hope to make about 50 mile an hour average, speed, and the fact that I'm closer to about 55 is pretty good. Because Pleasant Valley is what 237, and we're 260 right now, so that means math. I've done 225 miles thereabouts in 4 hours. That's pretty good. Hoping to make it all the way to La Crosse still. The only thing is, to do that, I need to make sure I'm at La Crosse by about 8:15. That way I can get to Woodman's and get in there to the liquor section before they shut off their alcohol sales at 8:45. Let me go on the pedal here because we got one little hill to go up before we go down to the river. Why would you do that? Why? So we're in a coma, and down at the bottom of the hill, there's a sign for Chamberlain for 3 miles away. Why would you get off the interstate to cross the river to go to Chamberlain when you can cross the interstate bridge? And I don't understand it. It's like wiping before you poop, and it makes no sense. Al's got him an oasis. Bait, tackle, and ammo at Al's oasis. Why not? I probably could have overnighted there if I would have wanted to, but whatever. It's fine. Two and a half miles to the rest area with dignity. One of these days I'm going to have to stop at it and get some pictures of it, but I think I've got pictures from a trip I took a couple years ago, so it's like, what's the point? I wouldn't want to do it going this way though, because you've got a pretty good grade you pull coming out of the off the river. Is it Brule County or Brule County? I don't know. Get this thing wound up and get some momentum. All right, coming into Sioux Falls, looks like Brandon's a little cheaper to get fuel, so we'll go ahead and stop over there, which is just, that's the last town you get to before you get into um, Minnesota. So go ahead and stop there and top up. I just went under half a tank, so it's not going to take, but, probably 17 gallons, 18 gallons, something like that at most. Um, yeah, haven't stopped since Vivian, and I've only made the one stop so far. So making good time. Been driving for 6 hours now, basically, and have basically gone all the way across South Dakota. So that's 6 hours. I've done 360 miles. So yeah, that's math, averaging just about 60 mile an hour. That's pretty damn good. I've been seeing a lot of bikes heading east, which, I get it. Everybody's leaving today because, fun time's over. Back, a lot of people probably have to be back to reality on Monday. A pack of 4 from PA, it looks like. Hello. Ow. Sounds. I don't know if I'd be towing anything with no mirror. But yeah, I'll go ahead and roll this going through Sioux Falls. If anything interesting comes across my mind, I'll talk. If not, yeah, it'll be after I get fuel. I'll give you a mileage update. And like I said, last tank, but that had all the stuff around town and stuff. I was only 10 and a half, so I wouldn't be surprised if this one's closer to 11 and change. Even though we've had some hills, we, still dealing with, somewhat of a tailwind. I don't think it's quite as strong as it was earlier. Kick down. And I think after I stop here, the next fuel stop will be probably Albert Lee. We'll go ahead and top up there. But I'll have to double check and see where's cheap at. Because, yeah, we'll definitely need at least one fuel up in Minnesota, and then we'll see what fuel is like. Just see how many. Oh, man. Stretch. Sioux Falls exits. Here's where we get a good split, because the guys going south and east are going to take 29, and the guys going basically due east are going to stay on 90 through Chicago. Sioux City and Fargo. Fargo's fine. Could probably make the argument to skip Sioux City and go straight to Omaha, but more construction. What do we have going on here? Left lane closed ahead. It's probably at the junction with 29. The Streak and Bacon at the 399. I think that's where the Loves is. Bump, bump, bump. I don't know what it is with South Dakota that they insist on putting, what famous politician is from these particular areas. Like, okay, governors maybe, historic governors maybe, historic politicians maybe, but I mean, yeah, no offense, South Dakota, you haven't had a president. You haven't had a vice president. I think Thune is your first. What was Daschle maybe? Right? Daschle was from South Dakota, right? Was he a party leader? Maybe? I don't know. The camera just shut off, so I must suck or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it did that. It's done that a couple times now. I don't know if it's just getting hot or what. I mean, yeah, it's a little warm. It's not too bad. Ow. Yikes, that was a good one. Um, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and just cut it off and let it cool off a little bit, and might pull it out of the mount until after I get fuel. Big Sioux. So there's Little Sioux somewhere, right? It would stand to reason. Bumpy, bumpy. All right, talk to you in a little bit. All right, fuel's been obtained. 10.3 yet again. A little surprised it was that bad, but it's fine. We'll see what the next one is. That'll be because Minnesota's a little bit flatter. Um, but went ahead and stopped to grab some snacks, a couple egg rolls and a couple chicken fingers. So we'll have those. Next fuel stop will be in Albert Lee. Yeah, probably like 160 miles, 170 miles, something like that. Um, I'll have a couple of things I need to do. I need to text the fam and see if does anybody want anything from the grocery store. But we're rolling. Be in Minnesota here in just a minute. Oh, one of the worst control cities that I-90 has, Albert Lee, 155 miles away. Just because that's a junction with I-39, which is kind of a pointless junction. Excuse me, not 39, I-35. Because there's shortcuts to go to both Des Moines and to, actually, Des Moines you would have gotten off on 29, and to go to the Twin Cities, there's cutoffs off of 90 in Mankato, maybe? I forget what city, but there's a cutoff that'll take you up that way. That'll be quicker, so, whatever. It's fine. I'll hold with this until I get into Minnesota here in a couple miles. I don't know why it didn't want to lock the converter in. It's fine. Going down the hill, it'll go into overdrive. At least it should. There it goes. All right, we good. Tranny got a little warm because of the converter being unlocked, but that's fine. Number-wise, water has been running pretty much around 198. Oil about 10 degrees warmer than that. Kick this down. Since she's struggling to get up this hill. And my EGTs were climbing around 1250. It's like, it's warmer than I want them to be. I see a blue sign. That's probably for our Minnesota Welcome Center. $618 miles through the house if I go through downtown, but I won't be doing that all today, and I doubt I'd be going through downtown. Oh, wrong button. Trying to zoom out my map a little bit. All right. East 90. $16 miles to a full pint in Laverne. A lot of rolling hills, not anything too bad, but that must be right at the state line, because the South Dakota one, you got a rest area and a way station together. Minnesota welcomes you, the big stone thing. versus South Dakota, which does their great faces, great places thing, which, to me seems like a better state motto. You know, I wish Minnesota put something on there, although I'm afraid with what they come up with right now. And there's my exit that would have taken me back towards where I stayed on the way out. But I ain't staying there this time because, well, it's only 1:30, and it's like, yeah, I want to try to make it all the way across the state. God bless it. The wind shift is now out of the east. Look at them windmills, it might have. All right, talk to y'all in a little bit. So I'm in Albert Lee, just topped up. I don't think I was going to make it all the way to Rochester, so got it here. It's fine. This is fine. It was a little bit more expensive, but it's fine. Going to stop just before we get into Wisconsin because it looks like that's cheap. So that's cheaper than La Crosse. So we'll top up there. As of now, fuel mileage 10.1, so it's kind of gotten a little bit worse, but part of it fighting a little bit of an east-northeast, mostly headwind. But so that's part of it, and that was good. So fighting a little bit of a headwind, but also, you do have some hills you're going up and down, kind of rolling stuff. The Best Western Albert Lee I-90 I-35 Hotel. You really went out on a limb to name that one. Okay, Best Western. The Spam Museum. Yeah, no desire for that. The neighbors were kind of hyping that up. But I knew Austin was all torn up, so it's like, I don't want to mess with Austin. Austin was a little bit cheaper too, but so next stop is going to be just before we get into Wisconsin to get fuel. And then well, at least now it's giving me a different thing it's counting down to. I think it's now counting down to the would that be Portage? 160 miles from here? That sounds right. Maybe. No, that might actually be Tomah. I think that is Tomah. Because we're like 100 and what? No, it's got to. That's got to be the river, or something like that. 160 from here. Should get a distance sign to. Should get a distance sign here in the near future to La Crosse. Which I'm going to disagree with the Control City freak on. I think it's an okay Control City. Just because, I mean, Madison is what? Let's call it 350, 300, probably 300 miles away. I think it's a little bit too small of a city to sign from 300 miles away when you have La Crosse as an option. And La Crosse is what? Is Green Bay bigger or is La Crosse? I don't know. I think La Crosse might be the 5th biggest city in Wisconsin. And it's a major Mississippi River area, junction. So, yeah, La Crosse, 168? No, 118. Damn, I thought it was further than that. Yeah, so that's got to be Tomah, then it's counting down to. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was further than that. Okay, I'm only 2 hours from La Crosse then. Yeah, that's right. I thought I'd be there about 6:30. So, but yeah, so that's what's going on. Making decent time. I think I'm going to try to make it all the way to Ho-Chunk to Wisconsin Dells, which should be about another Oh, what? Probably 200 miles. But I will have a stop at Woodman's because, the only one who said they wanted anything is the mom. So everybody else says they're good. So I'm going to get me some stuff and I'll get the mom some stuff. All right, I'll pick this up after I get fuel the next time here in about another 2 hours, hour and a half, and just top up just because they're cheaper. And I don't know why I thought it was 300 miles across Minnesota. It's only 250. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Well, no, 280, 270. Yeah. All right, I'll talk to you guys. For me, it'll be about 2 hours. For you, it'll be 2 seconds. All right, see you in a little bit. All right, just stopped in Winona, topped up 9.8 on that tank. Now, it was a shorter tank, so, we're not going to get the big benefit from running a lot of miles. And I had an extra stop in there, too, so that doesn't help. But we're about to, or what did I say, Winona? No, Dakota, Minnesota. Right at the top of the hill going down to the Mississippi River, which we're going to be going down to, and so we'll go ahead and record it. Might speed it up with some music, maybe. I don't know. Should be at Woodman's in about 20 minutes. So, yeah, a little after 6:30, which is kind of about what I was thinking. Making really good time. We are, 670 miles in? Something like that? Yeah. Like I said, I'm going to try to go about another 100, I think. And get over to Wisconsin Dells area, where I was going to stop originally on the first night, but same thing, was kind of making really good time. I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep going. But yeah, so that's where everything is there. Down the hill to the Mississippi. Which, that'll help me a little bit, but, like I said, just, last couple tanks just haven't been really good. But, could be a lot of reasons why. A little bit of a headwind, a little bit of, hills, a little bit of everything. sign just says diesel. Doesn't say what the price is. I thought pretty much everywhere on there was like $3.70, so it was about 30 cents a gallon more to stop and get fuel here versus on the other side of the river. Hence why I went ahead and topped up. Is it this one? I don't think so. Maybe it is. I don't think so. I think it's... No. Wendy's. Exit 5. Yeah, I think it's exit 5. I think. There's Harley. No, yeah, it's got to be Highway 16, which is the next exit. Yeah. Hotels, Perkin, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Arby's, which I think is in their parking lot. Another Quick Trip. Honda. Holiday Inn. Get 2 lanes go, I think. Yeah. Outback Steakhouse. Yeah, this looks like it's all the stores. Ow. Home Depot. Yeah, this is the right exit. This is the right exit. There it is over there. I see it. 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 Got a left turn on too. Not my preference, but you know what? We're here. And we got plenty of time to get booze. And we got time for booze. Minnesota. Yeah, that's better than they give us in flipping everywhere else. Albert Lee. Yeah. There's the Walmart. That's a... Yeah. All right, we're gonna park right over here and go and grab some stuff for me and the mom, because nobody else wanted anything. All right, they got an arrow so we can go. This is why I like this one. Like Kenosha, they got a huge parking lot. Like Kenosha, they've got a huge parking lot, unlike Janesville, which is kind of tight. It's not the worst, but it wouldn't be my preference to go through. No overnight truck parking. No truck parking. Yeah, well, I'm not parking overnight. All right, let me swing around here. No overnight parking. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I get it. Around. And around. We're going to go right here. All right, let me grab what I need, and I'll be back. And then we're going to try to make it over towards Wisconsin Dells. All right, talk to y'all in a little bit. All right, stuff has been got. I'm going to try to go on another hour or so, 2 hours. Tomah's got a Walmart. I think I'm still going to try to. Then Wisconsin Dells has a Cracker Barrel and Cracker Barrel, and they also have a casino just not too far south of there. So the casino has a park, but it looks like, from Google Maps at least, looks like they have oversized vehicle parking available. So, probably going to try to just do that. I don't know. I'm going to play more than like $20 in a machine or something, because, yeah, I've just kind of been on a cold snap, and I don't really want to lose any more money, because I still don't know what the damn Ranger is going to cost to get everything done with. So my guess is it's going to be something around. Are we not getting an arrow? Oh, there it is. My guess is it's going to be something around probably, oh, this is great. Trying not to hit the curb, but we missed it. You're looking at me like, yeah, I normally wouldn't, but I got to make a left on the expressway. It's like, ugh. It's not fun. But got everything I needed. Like I said, try to go on another hour or so, hour, 2 hours, something like that. I think everything in Wisconsin Dells is at exit 92. And we got like another hour of daylight still. So that's kind of part of why I want to keep going, is let the sun go down so stuff starts cooling off on its own, make the air conditioner not have to work as hard. But we will. Yikes. I'll talk to you guys again when I finish for the night. All right, see you in a little bit. All right, so Wally World, Tomah, Wisconsin. It's going to be home for the night. I haven't checked the bike the last couple stops. Let's see how she is. I'm sure it's fine. I got the generator running, the air conditioning going. It's not terrible in there, but yeah, that's tight. Doesn't look like it's moved any. Let me get my thing down all the way, I hope. And so everybody says, yeah, it's all tight. Good. Yeah, wiggle just a hair, but it's fine. It's fine. We're blowing cold. That's good. All right, let's go and get something to eat, and we'll roll in the morning, get home. All right, see you tomorrow.